I'm wondering, how does your creative process work when it comes to playing with colors, patterns, and shapes? Do you have a frequently repeated ritual about creating an artwork?
Yeah, well, I can answer very much to this question. I want to first start with the colors, and it's funny because usually I wear all black. I mean, now I have a white t-shirt, but usually it's very muted. I don't have any colored clothes. But when it comes to my work, for example, I often have to, okay, now I also make a black and white render, and I start, and it's like, nah, this looks so boring to me. And somehow it's really joyful for me and pleasurable to throw the colors into the renderings and create. Colors is great to create a visual contrast and to tell a story. It has an emotion. If something's like super red, it tells you something different than if everything's blue or beige. And yeah, I really enjoy colors.
Yeah, so colors are a starting point, we can say. That excites you, maybe?
Sometimes I would say my starting point comes from different origins. I really like to take pictures with my phone, so I'll go around and like everywhere, and I see things and I'm inspired. Like, I don't know what, I like this texture, and then I take pictures, and sometimes a texture can be a beginning of a visual story, or sometimes I see something funny, or like I said in my presentation, I have many trash bags and trash things photographed, but it's weird that I like it. I don't know why, but it has a nice visual quality. You can look through it, and it's a cool structure. And often these images are the beginning of the story. And then also the program itself is a bit of a starting point. We have an initial idea, I go into the program, and then the program and me are a bit playing ping pong. I'll try to find the boundaries of what technically is possible and try to, it's a mix of all these inputs, and colors then mostly come quite at the end. So if everything is done, then I just put on colors and materials, and then it's for rendering.
Yeah. And the harmony of textures are really standing out in your work, like fluidity.
Yeah.
And you're really great with mixing them together. These different kinds of textures. Do you have any background experiences that supporting this skill of yours?
I think the background comes from photography, and when you start to take pictures, you kind of develop your eye. You start to see a bit different, you start to notice details, and this further developed with studying design, where I do see things differently and I can remember them and implement them. I think that's...
Yeah. After seeing your presentation, actually, I had some little answers to my questions, to be honest.
What was the answer to which question?
Yeah, your kind of inspirations and some background information about your creative work, like photography and the emotion of it, the emotion in your life. I had some hints from the presentation. Yeah.
Nice.
And I would like to ask, where do you mostly seek inspiration? Like mostly on the virtual world or physical?
I would say real world. Walking around in the streets and nature and snapping pictures with the phone. I don't want to go too much. Sometimes I see obviously digital work and I'm quite inspired, but I don't want to do this too much because I don't want to copy other people. And sometimes you see something and then you have it somehow in the back of your head, and then you do something for your own, and then subconsciously you copy someone else. And I mean, everyone is probably doing this, but that's why I really enjoy taking pictures. And I don't make mood boards. I only make mood boards with my phone and being outside.
Like it's natural, going the organic flow of mood boards in your mind.
Yeah.
But what trends do you think will shape the future of digital art, CGI, and animation industry actually?
That's a super difficult question, and I get it asked a lot, like how could the future be? And with the current development of AI, it is very difficult to predict anything because the technology is progressing so quickly and rapidly that, yeah, I really don't know how AI will change our jobs, but I'm very sure it's gonna change it. If it's the best way, it's just a tool. which I can use to express my visual ideas. In the worst case, it's like it's gonna take away many jobs. But in overall, I still think that an artist has, or I hope it has a better inner expression in a story than AI.
Yeah.
But that's definitely going to be the biggest conflict in the future.
Yeah. I was just actually curious about your gut feeling about this situation,
Yeah.
not just future prediction, but
Gut-wise, I also think it's gonna be more important to be a real human. So I think to communicate, it might be more important to show your real face and like show your real struggles and show that you are a real person and not only just an AI shooting out images like crazy.
yeah, a lot of creators are mentioning this topic lately.
Yeah, obviously.
Through these,
Yeah.
especially in the festival.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining this interview. I'm
Thank you very much.
really happy to meet
Yeah.
you.
Likewise.
I hope you see you again soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.